Hey guys, Dream Like Mike here, and I've got a story for you today about a 6-year-old girl from Osaka who fell to her death from her family penthouse, which is a 43-floor condominium, on Sunday, April 10th, after watching anime cartoon DVD about kids who could fly. The girl was watching the movie with her parents, and I guess the whole family, which they say is a younger brother, sister, I would assume mom, and father. And the dad noticed that she had gone missing during the middle of this film. And when they all went to find her, they found the girl standing on a 1 meter high fence on her balcony, and she climbed through her window in her bedroom, and then she appears to have slipped and was later confirmed dead at the hospital from force trauma against the ground. And according to police, the girl probably used a chair to climb into the balcony fence before she fell, and they said they didn't expect any foul play. I doubt there would be any kind of foul play involved in a situation like this. It was more just error between everyone involved. And the police official stated where the girl lived, which is Osaka. And they said they received the call on Sunday afternoon from a man who witnessed the girl's fall. And they said that it seems strange to them that someone that wasn't the family called it in, and it was just a random passerby. The police requested that the girl's name remain private for the family, and they also didn't reveal the title of the TV show that they were watching. So they didn't want any copycat incidents, which is their reasoning for not releasing the show, and the girl's name, obviously, just for the respect of the family, and she was such a young kid. And the girl had just started primary school the Friday before, and it's really sad because they were all looking forward to their new life in school, and she was survived by the younger brother and younger sister. And the story is just very sad because this can happen to pretty much anyone's kid at this point, and kids are just so unpredictable. And you just hear a story about children, and they just do something stupid because their parents and don't tell them that something like a TV show is fake. But there's also the side that when I was a kid, I watched TV shows like Dragon Ball Z, a few other ones like Superman, Batman type shows, and I knew that I couldn't go on my roof and jump off and somehow fly. Yeah, I tried doing a Kamehameha wave, but I'm pretty sure we all did. And, they gotta kind of. The line is sometimes a little bit blurred between fiction, especially at that age. I know where she's coming from, kind of, because as a kid, I would just, do fake stuff from cartoons, but this also makes me kind of reflect on myself, because there was points where I would just do dumb shit that could have gotten me killed. Because there's stories when I was a baby, my room was on the first floor, and what I would do is I would take toys, and I would take the toys and throw them out the window like bears, blankets, pillows, all these stuffed animals, and then I would get on my bed and just jump out of the window. And thankfully, people saw, and then they kind of told my parents, and they were able to recover me, so I didn't run away down the street and get killed, hit by a car. And just another time when my dad, he took me to an airport hangar, and I guess at the time, he's an electrician, and at the time his boss had a little propeller plane, and I had a fear of sitting in the plane because I thought the plane would actually turn on and start flying while I was sitting in the plane by itself. So I really don't see how a kid would want to stand on the ledge of a roof thinking that they could fly. If that was me, especially at that age, I would have been scared shitless. I don't think I would have been able to even climb the balcony. I would have been just instantly nope. Even if I knew I could fly, I probably wouldn't have done it. I don't know, I guess I was just kind of a scared kid, but I guess it was smart because something like that never happened to me, and fortunately I never had any real serious injuries as a kid besides scraped knees and whatnot, the normal stuff. And it just makes you reflect on yourself and how it pretty much could have been any one of us that this happened to, and it's really sad that this had to happen, and losing a child just to such a stupid way, a magical kids cartoon. And it definitely is sad. But there's another point. I really hope people don't try and push the whole, oh well, you can't watch TV because it makes people do things, like violent TV, and I don't know. I guess you couldn't really associate the two because it's not like she was watching a violent movie. It was about kids who can fly. I'm sure the movie was very innocent, but it just gave the kid ideas. That's pretty dangerous, giving kids ideas like that, because as a kid, 6 years old, the line is definitely blurred between fiction and fact. And at that age, you're too unpredictable, which sucks because kids movies they're all about magic, and things like flying isn't necessarily too void from the ideas of a kids movie. Because I mean, you got stuff like Batman, Superman, all like the Marvel movies. I know that people take their kids to see those, and like the Deadpool, everyone was flipping out because it was rated R. But yeah, I mean, it's really hard to tell for kids because they're so unpredictable. And really, people are unpredictable until I'd say probably about 15. And once you hit 15, you can start kind of picking up that, you're not going to do stupid stuff like try and jump out a window because you saw it on TV. And if you do, they probably had some kind of mental problems. But I mean, as a kid, this is probably just going to be chalked up as a mistake. I mean, I don't think they're ruling it as a suicide. I doubt they would. It was probably just an accident. But it really sucks for the family having to deal with this, and I can really respect that they want to remain private, hide the names, and that they don't want to tell the name of the TV show because they don't want people. We don't want the name, and I'll read it from the actual website, The Guardian, I believe. And we don't want the name of the anime she was watching because it could lead to people saying, this is what happens when you watch this movie, and cause further problems. Which I can respect because I know that a lot of people here in the States would have been instantly like, oh, it's the movie, it's the movie. Like they obviously they're trying to get money out of it. So there's a lot of people here in the States that would have just been like, it's the movie's fault. I can't believe this movie. It makes kids jump out of windows. But I don't know. I think in Japan they have a bit more, I don't know, I guess you could say respect for the creators and logic. They use a lot more. Probably use a little bit more than the standard American, because I know people, the exact kind of person that would have put this cartoon or movie just on blast. But then I also know people that would be like, it was an accident. But I mean, there's definitely a lot more people that would in America that probably would want to put this movie on blast. Right? I mean, even like I guess Canada, the UK. I think just because it was Japan, that's probably why they didn't put it on blast, because all this cartoon and media that's so prevalent over there is, I don't know, I guess you could say it's just such a respected form that they wouldn't want to attack it. It puts a lot of people in work, so I don't know, maybe they're not just as money hungry. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you could say that. I'm sure there's people in Japan that would put this thing on blast, but it's good that they decided not to. I mean, putting a movie on blast just because, well, not just because, this is a very big deal, but because something happened, you can't really expect to, just put this movie on blast because, hey, this happened to me, so I'm going to try and take this movie down as much as I possibly can. Because, I mean, all you're going to be doing is just causing further harm to the producers and everything. And I guess any publicity is good publicity. Fuck, can't say anything today. And yeah, but I think just getting a bunch of negative flack on a kids movie wouldn't be good. I think all you'd be doing is just ruining credibility for people that spend their entire lives doing things like animation and whatnot. So, I don't know. Leave your opinions down in the comments. This has been Dreamlike Mike. Thank you for listening. And if you could leave a comment or a like, it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys, and have a great day.